0, gol de Froholt, volta a medir forças com o Famalicão, agora para uma competição diferente, uma competição a eliminar. O que é que espera do adversário?
Yeah, you mentioned already the first match in the league, but we play also with them against them in the summer. What was one of our last friendly matches. So yeah, we know them well. They know us quite well. So it's definitely something that we have to consider. As you said correctly, it's going to be a game in or out. So somehow has a different taste, that's clear. About my expectation about Famalicão, to be fair, I expect them to be a bit more aggressive than what they were in Famalicão in the league match. Also because it's one of the team that usually they have like, it's one of the team with the highest percentage of ball recovery in the opposite half. They are fifth in the league in these parameters. So I expect them to come with what they do usually. So I believe it's going to be a quite open match with two teams that for sure they want to go through.
RTP?
Olá, Farioli, Diogo Monteiro para a RTP. Há umas semanas falou na possibilidade de o Mora e do Gabriel Veiga jogarem juntos no meio campo. Após o jogo com o Estrela da Amadora voltou a falar nisso. Agora que tem os dois jogadores disponíveis e depois de tantos testes, há essa possibilidade desses dois jogadores começarem agora neste jogo para a Taça de Portugal, e de que forma é que esses dois jogadores podem jogar ao mesmo tempo no meio campo?
Yes, it's a possibility. I will not tell you the percentage.
Podem jogar esses dois jogadores, mais de esquerda à esquerda, os dois no meio campo?
All options are possible. So you know, Rodrigo played in the 8-10 position. He played as a winger. He played 30 minutes already as a false nine. So the possibility to see them on the pitch together, it's a possibility from the beginning or maybe during the match. So we need to be open for all the scenarios.
Sport TV?
Olá, Francesco, estamos em direto na Sport TV+. Elogiou muito aquilo que a equipa fez no jogo frente ao Famalicão em Famalicão, principalmente na primeira parte. O Porto teve um domínio muito vincado. As mesmas coisas chegarão para o jogo de amanhã, ou sendo um jogo de taça, vai ser preciso mais, até entendendo que do outro lado está uma equipa que logo no início da época assumiu que chegar a uma final da taça que seria inédito era um objetivo para o ano.
No, I can imagine that for them, like for us, it's an objective to arrive till the end and to win the competition. So it's a team that, as I already mentioned before, to play against them in November, I truly appreciate how they are tactically organized, thanks to the work of the coach. So I think they are very clear what they want to do, both in possession and out of possession. About the game of tomorrow, I think it will depend a lot about their approach, how they will come to play in Dragao, if they will be a bit more brave in the way that they will come to press a bit higher, or if they will do another game waiting a few meters lower and up to according to the plan that they will put in place. Is for us to find the right answer, the right solution, and to be connected also for how the game can start, and especially also how the game can go in the 90 minutes or even further if it's needed.
CNN?
Muito boa tarde para a CNN Portugal, Francisco David Ferreira, estamos em direto. Pergunto se, e já falou disso algumas vezes nas últimas semanas, as questões relacionadas com a gestão da equipa por causa do calendário difícil que o Porto teve nestas últimas semanas, se essa é uma dificuldade também acrescida para um jogo tão importante da Taça, onde não há margem de erro, se vai ter que fazer também, pesar tudo isso para montar a equipa. E se já agora, há pouco não quis responder muito sobre o Rodrigo Mora, etc., mas, por exemplo, na baliza, vamos ver novamente o Cláudio Ramos?
So, I will not go into the individual cases because I think it's not really the case. I think I will, if you allow me, I will stay more in the first part of your question that is about the management of a long season. I repeat myself in the fact that for us, being a club of this dimension, we go in all the competition with the desire to arrive till the end and to compete for titles. That's clear. If this is the case, as you can imagine, it means that you need to win football matches in between. So the reality that you have to manage because the season is long, but you cannot manage too much because at the end you need to have a very competitive lineup and players are ready to start and to enter in the game. The reality that we have a squad that, in my opinion, is quite balanced. Apart, of course, the position where, unfortunately, due to contact injuries, we lost two very important players like Nuan and Luke. All the others so far, they didn't have major problems. Of course, in a long season could happen to have a contusion or a small muscular problem, but in general I think the capacity of the player to be ready to play is really high. From numbers that I was checking a few days ago, is above the 92%, and is a crazy data if you compare with the schedule where we are in, and as well the fact that Porto last season played the World Cup. That is a major factor you can see all around. So what is happening? So in this part, I think is very good. The opportunity to alternate players, to manage the group in this way, to add few changes, many changes, so according to the needs, and everything at the end goes with the same, like how the player are working during the week. The type of confidence that they are giving me in taking some decision to give opportunity to the players constantly to change the starting lineup or to confirm them to be there. So I think that's great, and if you want continue and improve in the journey where we are, that's I truly believe is going to be one of the main factor and the main key.
O jogo.
Boa tarde, Mister. Já vimos utilizá-lo várias combinações de defesas centrais, Bednarek, Kivior, Pablo Rosário, Prapic. Nunca vimos ao mesmo tempo o Prapic e o Kivior. Tem algum problema em utilizar dois centrais com o pé esquerdo?
Yeah, to be fair, yes, I'm not a big fan of two left-footed in the back, but maybe it's more a mental, mental image that I have in my mind. In reality, it's a possibility that we are considering because, also for the next game where we will have Bednarek suspended. So now is the moment for everybody to to be ready, to get ready, and I already mentioned different possibilities. Pablo to play there, the option to play with two left-footed center backs. So all of these are possibilities. And let me say, Dominique is a player that, of course, is playing a bit less than Kivior, but is a player that all the time that he has been on the pitch always. He always had great performances. He's a player that is loved also by the supporters for his character, his way of showing up on the pitch. He's a soldier, so I'm sure that he's going to get his opportunities again very soon, and he will be ready to defend the team in the way that we need.
Record.
Mesmo com o Kivior ao lado.
It's a possibility.
Record. Bola, desculpa.
Boa tarde, Francisco Sepp para a Bola. Estava a falar de oportunidades. Ao longo desta época tem chamado alguns jogadores da equipa B e dos sub-19 aos treinos. Um dos jogadores que tem sido chamado mais vezes tem sido o João Teixeira, ainda agora anteontem, salvo erro, ontem foi chamado ao treino. Pode dizer-se que o João é se calhar o jogador da equipa B que está mais próximo de ter uma oportunidade na equipa principal, e pode acontecer essa oportunidade a breve prazo?
Look, from my side, I am really open to check what is happening in the second team and even one floor below in the under 19. Because at the end is something that I used to do it in the past, and is also something that for the club is a really sensible matter, because of course to develop young talents is key and vital for the club to have a certain future. So in this part we are really connected. We follow very closely all the activities. As you know, we have as well people in the technical staff. They are there exactly to be the link to share information, of course, to follow the games, but especially to share information when the players come up or when the players they stay down with their team. And with Joao, I'm quite impressed in the way that in my opinion, is a player that has a very interesting profile in the way that he's a central player, central midfielder with good technical skills, but also with some physical characteristics of a wide player, because he's very explosive, good size. So I think he has many things. After, for Joao, for Bernardo, or for all the other players that are dreaming about the first team of Porto, there is something for us is very clear, that everybody needs to work. When they come with us, they need to help us to keep the standard in a certain way, and when they go down, they need to be the example. And this one for me is the part where we are really demanding. Just to close this topic, let me mention the evolution that, for example, Angel Alarcón had at the beginning of the season. He came, wasn't ready to stay at our pace. After one day, I sent him with the second team. At some point, I felt his opportunity could be there. In 1 week, you cannot imagine how his mind clicked in another way. And today, I think he's definitely a player that is able to help the team, having a great impact starting or entering into the pitch, and is a player that can help us for sure, and as well that today put all the things aligned for him to have a brilliant career ahead.
José?
Olá, Mister. Queria só perguntar, o sorteio ditou que, em caso de vitória nesta eliminatória, Porto e Benfica serão adversários nos quartos de final. É evidente que os jogos têm que ser jogados, o Benfica joga hoje e o Porto amanhã contra uma equipa difícil, como já falou, mas pergunto-lhe se essa possibilidade de afrontar o Benfica dá uma motivação especial para este jogo com o Famalicão, tendo até em conta que o Benfica foi a única equipa que o Futebol Porto não conseguiu vencer no campeonato até agora.
No, the motivation is to go through, because, as I said, if you want to arrive till the end and hopefully at the end of May celebrate a cup, we have to win matches, and you know that to arrive till the end you are going to face most probably the best team in the competition, and I think the game of tomorrow is definitely the best. Are the two together is the best match or the most competitive one. So let's put the focus in the game of tomorrow, that I think deserve a lot of attention and once again the right attitude.
Olá Francisco, boa tarde, Miguel Torrão para a SIC. Olhando para a quantidade de jogos que o Futebol Clube do Porto está a jogar e tem que jogar no mês de janeiro, olhando para a preocupação das lesões que o plantel tem tido, está atento ao mercado de janeiro? É obrigatório comprar no mercado de janeiro?
So in this part, I repeat the numbers that I mentioned before, like to have the players ready to play above the 90%. It's incredible, and this one goes a lot first with the professionalism of the player, with how the performance staff is working to keep them ready, and how the medical is sometimes recovering the players faster than usual. So these are three key elements that are a big factor of success, or the contribution to possible success. After, as you know, we had the injury of De Jong that has been a massive one, the one of Juan Perez that has been a massive one, both of them due to the contact. The injury a few days ago of Gabri Veiga, another contact, and when you play that much, it's normal that even a small injury could make you skip 2 or 3 matches because there is no really time to recover. So in this part, with the club, we are working closely to try to understand according to our possibilities what we can do. We have the ambition to make the team stronger and more balanced in the positions where we felt that we need to take a step forward, after the reality that we are where we are with the players that are already here in Olival. So that's for me something that we should not forget, and is also a message for the players that are going to come, because who wants to come here or who will come here needs to come first with the right mindset, second with the desire to help, third point to put the club and the interest of the club above every single personal interest, and after, if all these things are going to be okay and fine, of course, hopefully to add the right qualities and the right characteristics to help the team to compete till the end.
Fechamos com o Record.
Boa tarde, Mr. Nuno Barbosa, Jornal Record. Ainda a propósito das lesões e do que isso interfere no plantel, nas suas escolhas, de certa forma parece que quando vai para o jogo já leva as substituições que vai fazer pensadas de antemão, e estando a ganhar como tem acontecido é mais fácil executá-las. É mesmo assim? É um treinador fiel ao plano até no capítulo das substituições que vai fazer para gerir a equipa? Yeah. Também para os jogos seguintes?
In this one, we have, all of us, we have the ideal world, and I think one of my responsibility is to have a vision that goes a bit farther than just the game of tomorrow. In general, to try. Usually, I like to have the projection of the next 4 or 5 games. What can be the possible scenario to manage the fatigue, physical, but as well mental. I like to have, and I want to have fresh players in the legs and in the mind, and with the right hunger to compete. This one for me is something that is absolutely key. After, to be in this mood, you need to have a group of players that understands what we are doing about it, that they accept some of my decisions, and after, especially a group that make me comfortable to think a bit in a longer way. After, you make plan A, plan B, plan C, and usually what is happening is always the plan D, because a suspension, an injury that maybe is not an expected one, or a fever, or whatever it is, and when you change one piece of the puzzle, everything is going to change. In this part, I think we are. Anyway, it's better to have more than one plan, and after, if we need to adapt, we need to adapt. But after, on this big picture, again, the zoom is for tomorrow and for the next match, and to put like the maximum effort for what we have ahead of us, because again, to win football matches at this level, it requires a lot of attention to the smallest details, and we have to be ready and really sharp in every single decision.
Obrigado a todos. Até amanhã.